get more and more out of the way, you find out that 95% of what you've learned about life isn't true. And that it just carries you. And it just flows. And yeah, you have challenges and adventures. You came here for that.
Well, we got it.
We got it. Yeah. We didn't always intend for it to be as gooey as it sometimes is. Yet, that's part of the challenge of being here. You go, that looks like a good ride, and then you get on, and then of course, part of getting on is forgetting who you are, and rediscovering it. That's part of the game. Forget who you are, rediscover it. It's a fun game, especially on the discovery side. Yeah. On the remembering side, it gets real fun. It's like part of the game too. It's almost like you get to experience different realities in this life. The game I'm playing is you literally jump realities.
Because we create our own.
Sure. And as you jump realities, it's going to be really fun because you'll look back at an old reality and you'll go, I can't even relate to that anymore. I can't even relate to how I was thinking when that happened. I can't even relate to how I was feeling when that happened. I can't even relate to the feeling that I had that created that reality back then. Now that feeling seems just insane to me. It seems crazy. Yet that's the fun of jumping realities. And what I notice as I talk to people, out in the world is, you can always see the previous realities from this one, but people who haven't visited your reality yet have no clue. They have no way of understanding or experiencing what you're talking about. A lot of times, they have no way of understanding. Like, they look at you like, or they go off thinking it's something. They'll go off and they'll try to explain it in some other terms, and they'll be talking about something, and I'll be thinking, that's not it. That's not it. But that's the beauty of experience. See, experience is the only way to know certain things. To go there and be it and do it. It's like if somebody told you what it was like to climb Mount Everest. You don't really get it. You can't really get it. It's maybe a really good author could almost make it come to life, but you haven't really been there till your toes are frostbitten. You haven't really been there till you breathe that air out of a bottle. Yeah. So experience is what this is all about, and experience is what you came here for. Not to think about it, not to talk about it, but to get your hands dirty, get your toes in the mud, and actually experience this evolution. And again, it loops back around to what I was talking about. You're going to come to just relish the experience of it. And you'll forget so much what some end destination is. And it'll get more where the experience of it is the bigger thrill than the actual thing coming. The thing comes and you go, well, of course that's here. Yeah. So, working on ourselves. I'll promise you this. If you stop working on yourself, things are going to go really fast. If you go back to seeking and go back to working on yourself, it's going to slow it down. You know why? Because that takes you back to that old reality, that old paradigm that says there's something wrong with you that needs to be healed or fixed or cleared or cleansed or transformed or something. If you stay with this no working on yourself expanded paradigm, you just expand. You just be who you are. But the minute, I'm not saying you never get a a session. You know, people come back for tune-ups sometimes. They'll hit something and your mind is just keeping them from getting it. But, or they just want to do it because it's fun, because it feels good, because being in this energy when it's really just feels really, really good. But I notice really clearly that those who stop seeking and just relax, remember who they are, get in that process of remembering who they are and keep unfolding, they get their power back. They stop giving it away. They stop giving it away out there. They get their power back. Boy, once you start getting it back, then of course law of momentum, you get more and more and more. Just for the heck of it, I went 3 years after Divine Openings was born. I went 3 years getting no outside helper input. Didn't read any books, didn't read any spiritual books, didn't go to any seminars, didn't get any sessions, saw no healers. And then at a certain point it was like, okay, I've done that, I've got my power back. Now I know when I need something, it's wise. And I don't give an ounce of power away in doing it, in getting that help. And that's where you're going. And then gradually, those chemicals that your brain squirts out, and that your glands, you know, all those little hormones and chemicals that you're going, the vibrations that you're going to cultivate are going to, and the grace that comes in, are going to cause those to shift. We're just like big pharmacies, you know. And you'll learn to literally, like sitting down and blissing out, it's like doing ecstasy or something. I never did do that drug, ecstasy. But they say that, you know, you get that feeling of ecstasy. Well, you can generate that. Better than that. Personally, I tried various things, you know, throughout my life. I was never real close-minded. They were always a down to me. They were always not an improvement. It wasn't an up. It was like I was already up and it went down. That's the quality of stuff that we can generate. And it's better than the synthetic or the man-made. You can do that. That's within your, this beautiful machine, this ability, this beautiful piece of equipment that you were issued can do that. But that's not what we're told. You know, everything is look for it out there, look for it out there, look for it out there, take it in a pill, take it, you know, get it like this, get it like that, get it like this, get it like that. But you can generate it. And when you're being your large self, you don't even have to do some affirmation that says, I want to generate bliss. When you're being your large self, you are in bliss. Some degree of it. Yeah, when I sit down, like that 15 minutes before I do this, to sit down to get really blissed out, I don't do anything, I don't say anything, there's no affirmation, there's no process, there's no call-in, blah, 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 blah. There's none of that. It's like sit down, get out of the way. It happens in about 10 seconds. And you'll learn to do that.
And to do it in the presence of negative energy. Outside negative energy.
Yes.
That's the biggie.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, you know, it's funny. People will say, "Oh, I can get blissed out," but it's all those other people that are in the way. But you'll get. First of all, you'll get where you're not so affected by outside energy. B, you'll attract
Better
people who are more in alignment with you as you move.